Guys, welcome back to the 50 State Qual Series. This week in the gorgeous weather, we're going to be shooting Scotland. Wait, no, Rhode Island. Yeah, fine Scottish weather, right? But no, in fact, we're shooting Rhode Island today. Pretty simple course of fire, guys. Rhode Island doesn't actually have a dedicated specific course of fire. They do list a recommended course of fire, but that was literally written in 1970. That's the one I'm going to shoot today, but that was written in 1970. What Rhode Island does, I think, is pretty cool. They mandate an amount of training that has to be done, and the rounds fired must be split between qualification processes and training. Now, the terrible part of it is they mandate officers fire just 100 rounds a year in a combination of training and qualification, where qualification must be between 20 and 50 rounds, a minimum of 20, a maximum of 50 round course of fire. And then there's a list of about 8 or 9 topics that need to be covered. So for today's video, after I shoot the old 1970 recommended course of fire, and you're going to see it's old. It is very old school. Shot on a classic D21. Once I do that, I actually made up what I think is a really efficient, quick, effective, Rhode Island compliant 20 round course of fire. If I were an officer there, I would have to submit it for certification. I have no idea if Rhode Island accepts courses with that few rounds, but I would take advantage of that 20 rounds only and then allow the other 80, all 80 of them, to be for training. So first we're going to give a crack at the old 1970 style. So starting off on their stage A, it is 10 rounds in 25 seconds at 7 yards from the crouch shooting position. In 1970, that would have been what we just called a regular shooting position. So that's how it's written up. That's how we're going to do it. So here we go, 10 rounds, 25 seconds. All right, we've gone and moved back to the 12-yard line. Now I'm going to be firing 5 shots support hand only, 5 shots strong hand only, then 5 shots kneeling two-handed. I have 75 seconds. Okay, so essentially a one-handed bullseye match at the commonly used training distance of 12 yards. So here we go, let's give it a shot. Oh, forgot to tell you guys, my time on that last one was a 6:04. So I made it in under 25 seconds. All right, this is 5 unsupported, support hand only, strong hand only, and then 5 rounds kneeling. I'm just gonna throw a reload in whenever I hit it because the times are so generous, I don't need to rush. Here we go. All that in 28.78. Okay, Rhode Island for stage C, your third stage. We've moved back again to the very novel distance of 21 yards. And we're going to be firing 5 rounds left-handed supported, then 5 rounds right-handed supported. So again, this switching hands thing. Remember guys, Rhode Island, don't sweat it. I know what your parameters are. My guess is nobody is shooting this qualification course anymore. This is archaic. I get that. It was 1970 is the date listed on it when I found. I'm sure nobody's shooting this course of fire. It was the only one I could find that was a state recommended and probably should be removed. I know that you guys are doing much better than that, but here we go. Oh yeah, and I have 45 seconds to do this. 5 left-handed, 5 right-handed. Here we go. Now we finish out back here at the 25-yard line, move back just 4 yards, and we're going to be going 5 rounds prone, 5 rounds left barricade, 5 rounds right barricade. Guys, in this rain, I didn't want to destroy my barricade, so you're just going to have to watch me utilize the land of make-believe. Imagine there's a beautiful piece of cover there for me to utilize. So 5 prone, I'm super excited about in this weather. 5 left barricade, 5 right barricade. All right, here we go. Oh, and I have 1 minute and 45 seconds. All right, in other words, you could measure this drill with a sundial if the sun was out. Here we go. All right, guys, considering I legit can't feel my hands, it's like upper 40s, close to 50 and raining. I can't really feel the trigger when I'm pressing it. No excuses. I didn't score a perfect. You can see I sailed the one there into his armpit, but I did shoot a 242 out of 250, so easily qualified. Didn't shoot a perfect. Hey, environmentals matter. That's the real truth. They affect your shooting ability. I'm not here to pretend like I'm some Superman shooter, that things like rain and cold don't affect me. They do. So 242 out of 250 on the old 1970 style. Again, Rhode Island, I don't believe you guys actually shoot that. Now, we're gonna take my version of a Rhode Island compliant drill for a spinner, a Rhode Island compliant qualification, I should say. It is just 20 rounds, fired again from 3 to 25, actually the other way around, right? The times on this, guys, the times I realize are probably faster than a lot of agencies would accept because officers wouldn't pass. But I decided to throw times in here that I think are, in my opinion, a reasonable standard. None of them are screaming fast. They're very attainable, okay? But they're not the minute 45 that we saw in this last drill. They're attainable scores, things like that. So I'm not gonna give myself a score. I'm not Rhode Island. I'm not gonna score you guys in the traditional manner I have other states, because I don't believe that that course I just fired is representative of your state. Based on your parameters with a good firearms instructor with a good program, I think you guys have a lot of potential to have a very high scoring course of fire in both difficulty, relevance, administration, and in shootability. All pretty high. I think you guys could probably build out a course with the parameters you're given somewhere in the 15 to 16 point range, but I'm not going to traditionally score you. What I'm going to show now is my perfect Rhode Island, if you want to call it that, perfect Rhode Island qualification course of fire. Here we go. So this is my Rhode Island design course of fire. 20 rounds. You're going to start with two 10-round magazines. In the first magazine that you load, in along with the 10 live rounds, there will be one dummy round. So the first course of fire, in 20 seconds from a ready position, I'm simply going to fire 5 rounds. I wouldn't know where this dummy round is in the first 10 rounds. It's either going to be in the first drill or the second drill. I would have officers load each other's magazines here so they wouldn't know. I'm either gonna have to clear a malfunction here in this drill or in the next drill. I'm not really sure. So 5 rounds from ready, 20 seconds, clearing any malfunctions as they appear. All right, here we go. Shot that a little too quick, 9:29. I'm just trying to get my hands back into my vest here, into Little Napoleon, and warm up a bit. My stage 2 is at the 10-yard line now. This is going to be draw fire, 2 rounds standing, then 2 rounds kneeling, utilizing a barricade. Again, land and make believe, everybody. Just imagine there's a barricade out here. There's not in this weather, but just imagine there is. And my time limit for this is 8 seconds. Little windshield wiper action, here we go. .419. Now I've moved up to the 7-yard line. This drill is going to be from the ready position, from a high index position for me. That's my working ready position. From a ready position, I'm going to fire 1 round, perform an emergency reload, fire 2 rounds, and my time limit is 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Here we go. 4.24. Now from the 5, I'm going to draw, fire 2 rounds strong hand, transition to support hand, and fire 2 rounds support hand only. My time limit is 6 seconds. 2, transfer 2 in 6 seconds. Here we go. All right, 3.88. Okay, I've moved up to the 3. Now we're going to finish up with a short movement from holster to the rear, so a step back as I draw, where I'm going to fire 3 rounds body, 1 round head, and I have 4 seconds to complete this drill. Here we go. .48. Okay, guys, let's move up, take a look at the target. Okay, guys, scoring up this course of fire here, we ended up with a 19 out of 20. I did drop one just off to the side. I think it was one of my support hand only shots. I lost the dot, didn't see it. That's what happened. So 19 out of 20, still easily a passing score. Quick, fast. If I wasn't filming this, I would have completed this course of fire in less than 5 minutes, which is exactly what we want to see in the qualification course. Guys, if you like this video, subscribe, comment, like. Check us out on our other social media, Facebook and Instagram, @VigorTraining. Come back to us next week when we're going to be traveling to Vermont to give that state a run for its money and see how their qualification goes. Till next time, guys. See you later.